Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we are on another subscriber's account and he is a Patreon, so shout out to Kenneth. I believe that's his real name, or Ken L, which is the name on Discord, and I appreciate that you're supporting me through Patreon. I'll try my best to give you some good advice on how to progress in the game, but does that mean I'm not going to roast you? I don't know. I hope that your account can surprise me. Maybe it's better than I expected, or it's going to be another fun roast video. So let's get right into it. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. He has a whole lot of mana, 138 million, so that kind of tells me that he's been farming a lot. Great. I think this is my first time, at least from all my account reviews, my first time an account had over 100 million mana. So I think you're doing a great job. I think nobody's stupid enough to buy mana using the crystals. And you also have 8,000 crystals, but you didn't buy the 8-year Transcendent Scroll. So I guess you're not a heavy spender, or you're FTP, something like that. So that's great. So that's really good. And it looks like you are allocating your resources very well. Arena, he's in C1. I think that's actually not new, but not common for people that are asking for account reviews. Most of the people that we saw, or most of the accounts that we saw, were in F3, so that's great. His RTA is Challenger 3, so I'm pretty sure that he's just not doing RTA. He just did it for the points or for the achievements. He is in a G1 guild. He's been playing for 1,600 days, so a little less than most of the people that we saw that were in F3, which were easily over 2,000. But I'm still going to assume that he didn't play through all those days and he took a break. He is doing total normal hard. I'm pretty sure he's doing all the dungeons, because that's the only way it makes sense, that he has so much mana. So you're doing awesome. You're doing great. I like that. So looking at your box, you have the trick room done, obviously. You have a couple of units done in your storage, but most of them are 5 stars. They're not even 6 star. You have a tableau, awesome. You have a couple nat 5s that are not built. You have Christina, so that kind of tells me that you didn't build my second turn team, because you should. It would actually help you climb. I don't know why you're not building the Water Monkey King. Maybe these are all dupes. No, they're not. It doesn't look like it. You have the Chiyu. So it looks like you have a pretty good box and a lot of other units that you could build to improve your box. So I hope you do that. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't put the Vanessa, because it has a 33 speed lead, and it looks like you don't have a Samath or Smash build, so you don't have a 33 speed lead in the first place. Overall, you don't have a whole lot of 6 stars at all. If you look at it, these are all the fire units, and that's not a lot. You have the Leo. So you can make a second turn team. You do have the damage dealer, like I said. You have Poseidon, you have the Christina, and if you watched my tier list, I think Christina is number 1 for that Leo second turn team. You don't have an LD Nat 5, not that surprising. You even have the Bale. So looking at your box, you don't have a 33 speed lead. Oh, I mean, you do have a 33 speed lead, but you don't have a Clara. Yeah, you don't have a Clara, you don't have a Triton. So going a fast turn arena defense is probably not the way. I'll probably go like a tanky arena defense, because you do have the Wind Monkey, which is still a pretty good HP lead for arena. I will pair it up with probably like Darien, Triana, and some kind of threat. I mean, I guess even Chow could work if you make it tanky enough. You could, even Vigor will work. I guess the Rico would work, but you will need a stripper, which you don't really have. So let's just scrape that. Maybe just go on a full tanky team is probably the way I would go. I would like to see more of a fire threat for your last pick. So Perna. So Perna will probably be the good one, right? So it'll be the tanky team with the Wind Monkey, Triana, Darien, and Perna. I will probably talk more about it when we talk about your arena stuff. Let's look at your runes. So I know you're doing all your dungeons, and you have farmed a whole lot seeing your mana count. So I am kind of optimistic. Maybe it's a little higher than the C1 account. Who knows? Let's look at Violent first. 24, yes, this is definitely a big improvement compared to the other accounts that we saw. So this is great. 24, 21, 20, so that's another 24 right there. 19. We're seeing it, guys. We're seeing the rune quality that's significantly different than the other accounts that we saw. I mean, these are 19, so it's unfortunate, but still, these could be 23, which are still way faster than any other rune that we saw in the previous account reviews. 24 again in slot 3, another 20. Awesome. Nice. 25, look at that. 19, 18. I like this. Like crit damage 18, that's usable, and this is a legend rune, so I like what you did, try to gem in attack, but I will gem in something higher. Probably the reason why you didn't grind this, but yeah, I like what I'm seeing. And this is C1, guys. This could easily go over C1. Okay, another 24 here. So I like how he has those runes where each slot, there's one fast rune on each slot, and that's really awesome. And then finally slot 6, 26. Look at that. Wow, dude, he has a better violent rune pool than I do on these slot 6 runes. 26, 26, 25, 22. Love it. Amazing for a C1 account. Guys, this is not C1. Let's look at his Swift runes. Speed, another 25. Look at that. 21, okay. 26. Come on. Let's look at this. 20. So that's 24 already right there, right? I mean, yeah, he doesn't have two 3 runes that are really fast, but he has that one rune that's fast in each slot. 24. And then finally, a 28. Come on, guys. You guys have to agree. This account can reach C3, and it maybe even if he's lucky, if he rushes well enough, maybe even G1. Again, I have to look at his towers, but this rune quality is making me optimistic. If this guy asks, like requests some kind of improvement video for his AD AO, I am pretty sure I could get at least C3 again after looking at his towers. Let's look at Will finally. 27. Come on, guys. This guy has a better slot 1 than me. I mean, yes, my Will runes are pretty weak, but this is a super efficient rune. What is this here? What is this, guys? Do you slap this right there? You slap that right there. I mean, you already gave it a legend grind here for attack. You probably want to give it a legend grind for the HP. Actually, you don't. You want to give this a legend gem of HP and then put a legend grind of HP. That's what I would do, and then I'll put a legend grind of speed. What you're doing is awesome. This is an awesome rune. Perfect it. Aim to perfect runes. Don't look to like save up and spread out all your grinds. Yes, I know people want to do that because overall you don't have enough runes that are grinded and you want to overall just up your rune quality, but at a certain point you want to be looking at these runes and be like, okay, I have to perfect this rune because this is a rune that is worthy of that perfection. Trust me, it is. And then you want to just like look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's my rune. That's a rune that I'm proud about. And then you could just show it off to your guild members and stuff. And then you know that you don't have to touch this, so you know in your heart, and you know when you get a new legend grind, you're like, okay, I'm done with that rune, so I can skip, I can move on to my next rune that needs these grinds. So that's what I would do. 19. Okay, again, one rune that's really fast. Again, it's just he has that one rune. Like 26 on the awesome rune. 25. It was shown to us. We already knew that it would be something like this due to the fact that he had 138 million mana. If you have that much mana, it tells me that this person has been farming. So it's kind of hard to believe that these were all probably like, bought or reappraised. I am pretty sure he put in a lot of effort in farming non-stop over and over again. So this is an awesome box. 25. Like, I'm serious. Maybe some slots is even better than mine. Okay, this is probably the only one weak slot, and this is slot 5 blue room, but still that's 19. It could be 23. And then another 23, which is still way better than any of the runes that we saw. And then he has all these, look at this. This has so much potential. I mean, yeah, it could roll bad. It could roll into HP, flat HP. But even if it goes into high defense, it's still a very usable rune. And obviously if it goes into speed, it's just going to be a keeper for sure. Whew, man. Even this one. Dang. I would like to see more of these from my viewers. But obviously, yeah, I understand a lot of people aren't able to do this, but I like where you're going, Kenneth. I think you're doing the right thing. So now let's look at your towers, because I'll be kind of disappointed when you're doing all of this and then your towers are just not there. So we look at the shop, buildings. And then okay, so it's at least it's high, the sword and guardstone, but you can see that HP is really low. He didn't even start on okay, I mean, it's still better than some of the other accounts that we saw. I think it's better to focus on some of these towers and finishing them before you move on to like the next one. I know there are a couple accounts that, you know, put some here, some there, and they're all level 5 or 6, something like that, and it's just not gonna work. But at least he's trying to prioritize some of these towers and finish them off. At least he has the speed and crit damage done. He's gonna have his attack done soon. He probably stopped on his defense because he has the trickery working, but please, I do want you to focus on the defense and HP, because for second turn teams, you have to have the tankiness to survive. And the more you could give less to your runes and have your tower take that burden, the more damage you could give to those units. So I would just power these up and then try to get as most damage from your runes. But I still do understand that maybe you want to focus on these more, saying like these could give damage too. But again, they're only for one certain element, whereas runes is just for that unit. So anyways, I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. I'm kind of getting lost from what I'm saying. Let's look at his defense. He's doing a free defense, which is the way to go, because he's not done with his towers. And there's a whole lot of people that live in my Discord that's like, hey, I want some arena defense advice, and we give them arena defense advice. And then some of these people ask for account reviews, and when I go into their account and then when I see the defense is up, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then when I see their towers is not powered up, it's not finished, and then I'm like, dude, I mean, if they were like almost done, I would understand, but most of these accounts aren't even close. So I'm like, dude, you're not gonna get a new record doing this. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a combination your defense is. If your towers are not done, you're behind in so many stats that even a weaker Lucian that has full towers done will destroy your defense. I mean, this is pretty cool because you can tell that this person could go up higher because he solely got to C1 just from his rush, probably just from him attacking, because his defense rate was 1% and it's probably like a fake defense again. So that's really cool to see. But just for the video, if I did anything, I would probably go with the Wind Monkey like you are doing right now. I'll put the Perna, and then I'll put the Darien with the Triana. I think this is what I will run, and just make everything super tanky. And if you do build a Clara, you could go a speed route with probably like the Vanessa Clara, like John and Rika, but it's not really a huge threat. So I think going this is better. You could even take out this and put in probably like the Riley, and maybe if you do get to take a turn, if you do survive, Riley could come back with the heal, attack buff, and Perna could snipe something out. Just something like that. Let's look at your arena offense. So you're using a Lucian Cleave, which I advise everybody to do if you are in early game. But I see your soul booster is Bastet, and is it speed tuned? I don't think it's speed tuned, or maybe it is. I'm not exactly sure. I could tell that you're trying to get your Bastet, Galleon, and Poseidon go, and then find the Lucian clean up. But if everybody has will, the Poseidon will fail to push back, and your Lucian might not take a turn because this is a very big speed gap. So I'm pretty sure there are going to be offenses that you fail. To be honest, I don't like this offense that much. I'll probably take out the Galleon and put in like a stripper. Do you have a stripper? Do you have a good AoE stripper? Maybe you don't. Yeah, but I'll put an AoE stripper if you have one. And then Bastet's obviously already gives the attack buff. Stripper goes, the pushback happens, and it's like fluff damage, right? And then the Lucian goes to do the big damage. That's what I would do. Or another very common one that I would do is just this, right? And then Lucian. Like, this is a very common one with probably a fluff damage again if you have like a cocky, or depending on any AoE damage that you want to build that does fluff damage. So technically even the Bale, if you decide to make it go fast, could do it. Again, the Poseidon could still do it. But it has to be pretty fast because it has to go after the Bernard, and then the Konomiya goes to boost the Lucian to go last. Do that, or what I would do that I advise to everybody is just, you know, I have said this so many times, is do this. But it looks like, I'm pretty sure right now you don't have a Delphoid. Maybe that's why you're not doing it. I'm kind of sad that you don't have a Delphoid, but if you had a Delphoid, this is where Delphoid will go in. Yeah, maybe you don't have Delphoid, I'm not exactly sure, but this is where Delphoid will go in, and then you could use the Bell lead. You only have to give 45% accuracy to Galleon, make these all super slow, and then you could switch off this AoE damage dealer depending on the defense, like this, or like this, and then it'll be just free. I'm serious, you'll be easily getting C3 with this offense. I'm not joking. But I like what you're doing. I love your account quality. Just imagine the past account reviews, and if this person had their box, like the double LD Nat 5s, right, or the couple good, really good Nat 5s, if those accounts were in the hands of this person with this rune quality, easy G1, and even maybe even higher, who knows. But sadly, his box is kind of lackluster compared to the other boxes that we've seen previously in the other account reviews. So, but thankfully he does have the units for that 1 AD and also the 1 AO that I really like. Well, he has a couple options for the AO, but the one I really like, and he has the 2 really good damage dealers, so I am pretty sure this account will progress pretty easily. I think what he's doing is fine. He just keeps farming, gets better runes, and maybe when he has a chance, just keep summoning. I wouldn't advise to buy the scrolls. I mean, I do, but that's just me. I tell everybody to don't buy it because that's the least efficient to improve your account. But at this point, maybe who knows? Maybe getting a good OP Nat 5 will help you. I don't know if you even picked yours out. Let's just take a look if you picked this out. Wow, he didn't. I don't know if I saw the Wind Panda or the Molong, but if I were him, I would definitely pick one of these two. Either Panda Warriors, because he already has a Leo. If he didn't have Leo, Leo was the obvious choice, but he didn't have the Leo. Everything else is fine. I mean, Douglas, if he was playing like RTA and stuff, and it works in certain situations, but I think overall the Unfair Bear and the Molong are the 2 pandas that are really good. If he doesn't have the Unfair Bear, I'll go for that, but if he does, I'll go for the Molong. It doesn't look like he's doing any guild content, is he? No, he's not. So with your rune quality, I would build a couple of siege defenses. I really would, because you do have the rune quality. I'll definitely find a Nat 4 defense with the Triana, because Triana is just so good. Probably something really tanky. I can't give a really good advice because right now the meta is like you need a LD Nat 4 that's really good, that's OP to be winning all the time. But it looks like what you have to do, looking at your Nat 4 box, you don't have a lot of good ones. Please put a comment below if you guys do see something that's better. But overall, it doesn't look like he has something great. I know this is pretty common. This has to probably change though to something else, and for the Nat 4 for the last one. Yeah, it's hard to give you advice here right now. Maybe this would work. This would work. But you have to make it really tanky. I do want to give you a advice for a fast one, but then you will need the Clara, and it looks like you don't have the Clara, so that's unfortunate. Or do you? Maybe it's just down here, you just didn't build it. Yeah, definitely a Clara defense will definitely be a good one right here, because you have the fast runes. Why not use it? Like this one's a good one. If you have Mio, putting Mio there in the last position is good, because this is G1. These will work. You just have to speed tune it well. Let's take a look. Do you have Lucas? Because Lucas was Hoa. I hope you have Lucas. You don't have Lucas. Okay. Then I mean this guy works too, because his frenzy goes pretty nuts. You have Weebly. I mean, why wouldn't you build that, right? Because you have Sierra. You could make a bomber AO too. So you have a lot of options. But I would want to make, if I were you, I would make a fast Nat 4 defense and probably like a tanky Nat 5 defense, something like that. And at least run 2 defenses, because you do have the rune quality to do so. But that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I was actually very impressed with this account for 1,600. Well, I'm not gonna say it was like exceptional for 1,600 days, but compared to the past accounts that we've seen, and then we look at this one, it's like mind-blowing, right? This just gave us it gave it out to us that this person is farming hard, and I think every player should do the same. I mean, even I have nothing close to that, but I do power up my runes so much, so maybe that's why. But he has the mana, and he has the crystals, so I'm pretty sure he'll just keep going on. And the only thing that right now he might be lacking is probably the units. So maybe I'll put in more effort in 6-starring some units that are good, like the 4-star units and the 5-star units. And you have a lot of good 5-star units, and I gave you some pointers for what are some good AoE attack damage dealers that you could use for your arena offense. And you have a lot of Devilmons too, so if you want to improve in arena, that's what I will do. But that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.